Volcano is a rupture in the crust of a planetary mass object such as the Earth. Volcanoes mostly occur along destructive and constructive plate boundaries, where plates are pushed together or dragged apart. Volcano is the most explosive landforms, with devastating consequences. Pressure builds up, causing the magma to explode. The magma that approaches the hot surface is called lava. This molten lava eventually cools to form a new rock. After more eruption at a time, a molten rock builds up, forming a cone-shaped volcano. Volcanoes will have the same key structure. A collection of magma on the mid of the volcano forms a hot bubbling furnace called the magma chamber. The main vent allows this magma to escape, and secondary vents, smaller outlets of magma, can travel through. Crater is a circular depression in the ground caused by volcanic activity. Eruption occur when pressure forces magma from the chamber up to the main vent towards the crater. A hot lava in the overwhelming mud flows can destroy huge areas.
Mount Pinatubo is an active stratovolcano located on the western side of the edge of the island of Luzon. A huge cloud of volcanic ash and gas rises above Mount Pinatubo, Philippines on June 12, 1991. 3 days later, on June 15, the volcano exploded in a cataclysmic eruption that ejected more than 1 cubic mile of materials. More than 700 people were killed. The ash cloud from this climatic eruption rose 22 miles into the air. At lower altitudes, the ash was blown in all directions by the intense cyclonic winds of a coincidentally occurring typhoon, and winds at higher altitudes blew the ash southwestward. A blanket of volcanic ash and larger floated pebbles blanketed the countryside.
Landmark Mount Mayon has put the province of Albay on the map, not only for its perfect cone shape, but also for being one of the most active volcanoes in the country. But when it comes to disasters, eruptions are just the tip of the iceberg. Because of its close proximity to the Pacific Ring of Fire, Albay plays host to a multitude of calamities.
For typhoon alone, we are expecting 5 major hazards like flood, landslide, mud flow, wind, and storm surge. Now, in terms of volcanic eruption, the major hazard affecting Albay is pyroclastic flow, and then followed by ashfall, and then lahar. Now, we are also threatened by earthquake. Now, we are also threatened by tsunami, and then liquefaction, and then possible structural failure. In terms of major hazards, name it, we have it.
To unify risk management and reduction programs, the provincial government finally institutionalized the Albay Public Safety and Emergency Management Office, or APSEMO, in 1995. On top of its list of objectives is achieving zero casualty, which APSEMO has achieved from 1995 to 2005. More than ever, APSEMO strive to involve the communities, training them to formulate early warning systems and other life-saving measures. Barangay members were given specific roles, empowering them to take preemptive and reactive action.
Dahil po siguro sa coordination din ng mga local governments at sa suporta ng aming mga residente, kaya madali po namin natutunan yung tamang sistema magmula sa panahon na magkakaroon ng kalamidad sa pagre-response sa mga residente namin hanggang sa ikalikas, hanggang sa umuwi sa aming barangay.
Because evacuation is a major concern, APSEMO identified disaster-prone communities as well as relocation sites for the thousands of households in perilous areas, a move that targets both public safety and economic progress. To allow APSEMO to remain effective, it forges key partnerships with warning agencies, as well as international and civic organizations that provide funding. But its first and foremost partnership is with the people.
Despite Mayon, despite the typhoon, despite the tsunami, despite the landslide, little industry, rich agriculture, very rich in tourism, that is where we want to be. When you are able to reach that level of community or social mobilization or community preparation, then I think you are able to reduce the risk, especially to life and property, quite significantly despite the presence of all these disasters.